For leakage testing, we need to first attach this leakage tester like this. After that, we need to check the air pressure and we need to fix it to the scope. So here, by gently cleaning, we are putting the leakage tester, or you can see we are attaching the leakage tester to the scope. So there will be a air pressure generated. We need to just check it and then we need to attach it to the scope. Then we need to dip it thoroughly in the water. In the water we will dip it and we will remove the buttons and we will be observing whether there is any leakage or air bubbles coming out. We will be rotating the knobs and we will be doing the angulations and we will be testing if there is any water bubbles or any leakage is there in the scope or not. So with leakage testing, we will be ensuring that there is no leakage in the scope and the scope is functioning properly. So here you can see we are rotating the knobs and we are changing the angulation, and with the angulation changing we are just checking whether there is any leakage in the scope or not. This leakage test is generally done irregularly to ensure that the scopes are maintained in a proper way and the necessary steps and care are need to be taken for proper maintenance of such scopes. After the leakage test has been done, then we need to carefully remove the leakage tester. So you can see we are checking further in the angles and all the rotating parts. We are checking whether there is any leakage from the scope or not. After that, we will be removing, disconnect it from the processor, then we need to remove it from the scope. So we have disconnected the leakage tester. So this was the leakage test of the scope. So this is how we do a leakage test of the scopes.